Good morning. Welcome to Christy Sunrise. Today I'm going to share with you my recipe for candied pecans. You will need 1 cup of white sugar, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 egg white, and I will show you how I separate that in case you don't know, and a tablespoon of water. You also need 1 pound of pecan halves. I have a bag of 2 pounds. I wanted to show you how I buy them. And I'm just going to pour half of the bag in here when I'm ready. But I did get these from Costco. They were like $12.99, so say $13. And I'm going to use half. Oops, I'm going to use 1 pound. So, and I'm just going to eyeball it. I have measured it out so I can give you all of that information. Okay, so to begin with, in a bowl, we are going to mix I'm going to start with this bowl. This is the bowl I'm going to use to mix everything in. And this is the bowl I'm going to mix the first part. I'm going to mix the sugar. 1 cup of sugar. I'm going to mix 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And I'm going to mix a teaspoon of salt. And yes, my cinnamon might get in my salt. But I'm good with that. Okay. So, I'm going to mix these ingredients up. Get a different whisk, so maybe it won't make so much noise. It still kind of did. So I'm mixing that up. I got a little chunk of sugar. Reach my finger in there and... Okay, so we have that mixture. Okay, in this bowl, I'm going to put the 1 egg white. So this is how you separate. I just need the egg white. They don't want the yolk. So there's my egg white. Okay. Now I'm going to put my egg white and my water, 1 tablespoon of water, and I'm going to mix these until they're frothy. So here we go. You can see it. Okay, there we have a frothy mix. Okay, so to this, I'm going to add half of the bag of pecans, which is, I measured the pecans out, and there were 9 cups, so it's about 4.5 cups. I'll go ahead and measure it out. But you don't really have to measure it out. You could just eyeball it if you want. Try to make it easy for you. Add a little more. That's about 4.5 cups. So what this is going to do is it is going to coat the pecans so that the cinnamon and sugar mixture will stick to them. Just toss them in here real good. I've had this recipe for years. I've used this recipe for years. I know some recipes, I've seen one that has where they add vanilla. If you like vanilla and have vanilla on hand, sure, add it. It's whatever you want in taste. Okay, so now I'm going to sprinkle these sugar, cinnamon, salt mixture over the pecans. I got a slotted spoon thinking that it would help. And I do this slowly. Add a little, mix it, add a little, mix it. We will be baking this at 250 for 1 hour. And we're going to be stirring it after every 15 minutes. Now, I'm following this recipe, but I will tell you, you know, I'm pretty frugal. So if you want to do this recipe and add like 1.5 pounds of the pecans to this ratio mixture of cinnamon and sugar, it would be fine. But for this video, I'm following the recipe. But I'm just letting you know there's other options out there because this is a lot of sugar and cinnamon. Well, not cinnamon, it's just a lot of sugar. So I'm throwing that out there for you. I guess it depends how candied you want them. So I have a baking sheet. And I have a sheet of parchment paper. Spread the pecans out. Now, if you do double the recipe, double the amount of pecans you put in the recipe, I would still use 2 baking sheets. Because you want them spread out. And I don't think 2 pounds will spread out nicely on 1 baking sheet. Okay. Short and sweet, simple. It's going to be sweet. I'm going to put it in the oven at 250 for an hour. But I'm going to set the timer for 15 minutes. I'm going to pull them out. I'm going to stir them. Set it for 15 minutes. Pull them out. I'm going to stir them. Set them for 15 minutes, pull them out, I'm going to stir them, then set them for another 15 minutes, and then I'll show you how I let them cool. I'm not going to video me pulling them out every 15 minutes. I don't think you need to waste your time watching that. So, here we go. Into the oven they go. I lied. The first 15 minutes, I took them out. So here they are. And I'm just going to stir them. I wanted you to see how I stir them. Just toss them. Different utensils here. Just toss them. Get them all mixed up. Now they still need to cook another 45 minutes, so 15, 15, and then the last 15, but I'm not going to come back until they're done. So I'm putting them back in the oven for 15 more minutes. And then I will stir them again, 15, 15, total for an hour. I'll be back. Hi. Okay, the candied pecans have cooked baked at 250 for an hour, stirring every 15 minutes. Now we're going to let them cool. You can move them to a bowl or another pan to spread them out to let them cool. So I'm going to let them cool, and then I will measure out and put in a baggie so you can see what it looks like for a gift. So I'm going to put them on a different cookie sheet, a cold cookie sheet, let them cool, and then I'll be back. The pecans are cooled, and I've already measured, but I'm going to show you. It's 2 cups. I'll show you what 2 cups look like in that bag. If you want to give it as a gift, of course you don't have to. Okay, there's 2 cups. Pour it in here. It's a very generous bag. Okay, so there's a nice gift of candied pecans. Now, the cost. I've calculated this, not including the sugar and the cinnamon and the egg and the salt. To me, those are staples that you would have in your kitchen. But, and being generous, remember I'm always generous with the cost, about $3.25 a bag. Now, this yields 4.5 cups. So you would get 2 bags out of this one batch. So it might be more beneficial to use, bake 2 trays at one time. So it's 4.5 bags, 4.5 cups altogether. Well, I guarantee you're going to be snacking on half a cup because I've already been doing that because they're so good. Okay, so here's your candied pecans. $3.25, give or take, to make as a little gift. Nuts are expensive, but I hope you try this recipe. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, share it, and like it. And I will be back soon with some more. Oh, I wanted to add one more thing. If you do use 2 trays in your oven at the same time, and you have 2 racks, every time you stir it after every 15 minutes, I would reverse them, or at least halfway in between. So whatever tray you have on top, move to the bottom. Whatever tray you have on the bottom, move to the top. I would do that at least halfway through if you don't want to do it both times. But I know they take a while to cook. The prep, I think, is pretty easy. But and this is really a nice treat. I don't know what little boxes of nuts cost as a gift, but I know it's way more than $3.25. So I hope you try this recipe. Again, thumbs up if you like it. Hit subscribe, and I will see you next time. And I really do appreciate you joining me on this journey. Have a great day.